Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the RaceKraft Simulations V8 Vets Split 4 Chook Raffle broadcast, coming to you from the one and only Hockenheimring in the wonderful Germany in Central Europe. I'm John Van Ree. With me in the chat tonight, we have Mark Dial. How are we, Mark?
Yeah, good. Thanks, John.
And, of course, a big hello to the masses out in YouTube land as well. This track, a very, very interesting one. We start at the start-finish straight. We head into the old Nords curve, where we then head down into the hairpin at turn 2. Back in the old days, we would keep going on to the famous Clark chicane. But not anymore. We turn through turns 3 and 4 through the Parabolica. Trying to make it sound impressive, a bit like the one at Monza, but doesn't hold the same candle. We then head down into the hairpin. If we keep going straight at the hairpin, we would have wound up at the old Senna chicane, but we don't get there. Then we turn to the right and head back around through turn 7 into the Mercedes complex, otherwise known as the Mercedes grandstand, through 8, 9, back out to 10 on the old circuit, where we go through what used to be the old Adjip curve, but it's now Mobile 1, and then we roll back down into the famous Sachs curve into the arena or the stadium complex, through turns 12, 13, 14, into turn 15, and then through the famous Sud curve back onto the start-finish straight. Very tight little track, very hard to overtake, and, of course, the hairpin will provide a lot of entertainment, I would say, Mark.
Oh, definitely. Yes. Previous experience.
And before we go and have a look at the grid for this one, let's, of course, jump in and have a quick look at the standings. Going in after 5 rounds, Caio Kinzel, who is not with us this evening, is leading by 24 points from Michael Koroleff. Tommy DeWitt sitting in third in the championship with Daniel Schaefer in fourth. Jeff Sandiford is equal fifth with Brad Grant. I'm not sure that's quite right. It should be sixth, I think. And then seventh is Pete Kelleher, A. Lachlan. Baldock in the top 10 ahead of Baxter. That is talking point, very, very much so. Apparently, Mr. Baxter's still waiting for an apology from Mr. Baldock, but we might get into that one if we review Portland at some stage. Ernie Toth, the rookie, in 11th. Holly in 12th. O'Neill from We Race in 13th. Darren Vermey having a good start to the season. Those numbers on the side are not quite right for some reason. And Walden, Eddie, Rose, Buckland, Wright, and Sholton round out the top 20. So, of course, just a change in regs from 44 to 33 laps. Yes, that was a subtle little one, that one. Not sure what happened there, but it happened to that, and we stuck with it. We will have a quick look at the grid, of course, going into this one as well. And it was a very, very interesting start to the race with Tim Lawson from Team VGA coming in with a 143.029, almost cracking the 142. So that was a dead set, absolute, genuine cracking time. He lined up alongside Tommy DeWitt, who surprised himself being on the front row again. And then on the second row in third place, Rob Baxter from CX2 Reality Racing. This guy just needs a little bit of luck and something's going to go his way. Justin Wood from Infinity Motorsports had been flying in practice. Didn't make it into P1 on the grid, though. That is the difference between practice and the pressure of qualifying. Brad Grant from Team AJR on row 3 lines up alongside the gold member himself, Jeff Sanford from Player 1. Daniel Schaefer on the 4th row from Omen Racing with Ernie Toth from Corkscrew Racing. On the 5th row, Darren Friend again in the top 10 for Old Mates and Sons, lines up alongside Synergy Sim Racing's Pete Kelleher. On the 6th row, Braden O'Loughlin from Frog Leap Juice lines up alongside Michael Koroleff. Still can't get a top 10 qualifying there. That could hamper his chances for the rest of this championship. Something that may play out we need to be keeping a close eye on as we look at the 7th row. We have Vaughan Robinson from Southern Cross Racing. Another cracking time from him alongside his teammate Simon Pitt. These two boys have been the big improvers. Keep an eye on them. And then, of course, we go to the 8th row, Carl Pickering from Pico Industries. And then he lines up alongside Dougie Wright from Old Mates and Sons. A great time for him. Jeff Eddy wakes up early in the morning just to be with us from Team AJR in 17th. And if you're out there listening, Jeff, yeah, I wouldn't have responded to a text message from someone called Dave either from Australia. Just saying. And then lining up in the 9th row beside him is Darren Vermey in the top 20 again. Great result from him from 1MLT. On the 10th row, Ashley Hall, one of our rookies, doing great. That's a cracking time for him. He's absolutely improved out of sight to get himself into there alongside David Leslie. And on the 11th row is Glenn Wilbay from Omen Racing, lining up alongside Quantum Racing's Craig Rose. On the 12th row, Darren Friend, another one, lining up there as well alongside Dave Holly from Player 1 on the 12th row. As we go over the page to the 13th row, some Muppet from WKMP lines up alongside Rob Williams from Player 1 Racing. I must fix that graphic. Dave Baldock lines up on the next 14th row from KMP, Dave 37 Racing. Lines up alongside crowd favourite Anita Buckland from Old Mates and Sons. Then we go to the 15th row. Sean Slater from Henry Jones Racing lines up alongside Darren Walden from Angry Birds. And then we've got Anthony River from SLS Racing alongside Team AJR's David Logsdale. Phil Whiteman from Team VJA lines up alongside Tim Hall from Player 1. Bruce Galloway back in 35th alongside Phil Marsh from PJM. Going over the page, we then have in the safety car, we have JM. It's out of the blue. I know who that is. That's mental blank. I am absolutely mental blanking there. Sean Vandermeulen is our other race control. Kevin O'Neill, Shane Patterson, Tim Vermey, and Greg Sholton all starting from the back row. And I've had a complete mental blank, and it has just spun me out. Wow.
Jamie McKnight, isn't it?
It is. It is Jamie McKnight. I didn't realise he was in the server. There we go. That is scary. Look at that.
Lucky I didn't know he was in the server.
He's back. Wow, I didn't know that one. No wonder Bruce was making fun of me. Righto, we will, of course, talk about that later if we want, but we might not, because it's not very often somebody calls in for comms abuse to race control, against race control. Anyway, we will hide these. We will get ready to go racing, start clicking some buttons at my end. Less talk, more button pushing as we get ourselves set. And we did look at the track. I forgot to mention there was somebody watching, lurking in from the side. What do we have here, Mark? That's Marty.
Oh, Marty.
Marty's got one of our Chook Raffle shirts. That is an absolute cracker. I cannot be surprised anymore with the fact that Marty got a Chook Raffle shirt as Mr. McLeod's joined us. How are you, Bruce? But I'm going to ask the question, though, who wears it better, Marty or this bloke? So all those out in the chat, let us know who wears it better, this bloke or Marty.
I was going to say, can I do that like the optometrist? Option A? Option B?
Option B. Yeah, a bit like that. Now, if you're in the chat, give us a big Y for Marty and a big N for the other bloke. And Mark will tally them up and we'll let everyone know the winner by the end of the night. Okay. I think it might be time to light the wick on this one, boys. Of course, Mr. McLeod has joined us for those who don't know the voice. Of course, those who race would know that voice and know it very well.
A bit too well for some. I apologise in advance and behind, or board, do I? I don't know.
Righto, let's light the wick on this one. Let's get the cheat sheet up because it does get very busy in the first couple of laps. And I will need to use it. Let's get this one started. And it's not loud enough, Mr. Vandermeulen. Please sing out very early. Hey, Lawson on pole. He gets a good start. He's away. Tommy DeWitt. Baxter. It's the backs coming in on the outside there. Can he hold it? He does. Baxter moves into P2. Let's go a little bit further back. Still too wide. Kelleher on the inside, friend. Looks like he's got Schaefer on the inside of him. Oh, no. He's lost control. Straight into Kelleher. That is pretty big. And it is very big. And I've just buggered this because I can't find the next name. As we come down into the Parabolica, a little bit further back here with Rob Williams. Absolutely coming down. A lot of brake lock-ups everywhere. Williams on the brakes. Oh, he misses Baldock by a millimetre. And then player one on player one. Yes! We haven't seen that in 2 seasons. You're back, boys.
Some pay for that. Some pay extra.
As we move on, Bro Lachlan involved in an incident there as well with Schaefer. I've missed that. A little bit too excited. Someone else going a bit sideways. That's Jeff Eddy. Gets control. But it is Tim Lawson that is going to lead him through for the first lap. Almost. Going to go back to my mate Wilbo. I think he may have been...
He's leading with a 2.5 second gap, mind you.
Oh, Wilbo in a little bit of issue there. And Wilbo went off the track, got himself back on. A little bit of contact in front. A little bit wide again. Oh! Into the fence. That's got to hurt. Bits and pieces missing everywhere. So
Race control,
Lawson,
137.
Lawson, 2.5 seconds ahead of Baxter, 2.5 seconds ahead of Grant. Back to DeWitt. These lads battling pretty hard.
Great start from Rob Baxter. He had a good start last week as well, but unfortunately some 3 into 2 didn't go, and he was the worst aware of that racing incident. But good to see him have a good jump this week. Got a cracking P2. Gold member, having a bit of a tap there.
Had a look.
On Mr. DeWitt.
Just looking for our good friend Mr. Patterson, which I think I may have missed something. I have. He's off on the weeds. And Sanford, they doing well. Lap 2. Got to find some other Muppet who I may have missed already. No, I haven't. Shit driving, apparently.
That wasn't that. You didn't get the call for that. For this, you did.
I had my foot on the brakes. I said to my car's dead. Thank you, Mr. Baldock.
You should have heard what my other race control members have said I should have put on the radio for that one.
Yeah, I can imagine. We just worked out who it was.
But then I would have put out just as bad for him as well.
So the race control team was Mr. Vandermeulen, Sean Vandermeulen, Mr. McKnight, and myself. So the viewers at home can work out what was said between the three of us at that point.
Yeah.
Mike Koroleff having another good run.
Yep, Mike Koroleff up 5 spots.
Trying to make hay while Mr. Kinzel's on holidays.
Lucky Anthony River from SLS. You got this, son. You got this. You got this. You got this. You got this. Yes!
Oh, yes. Done, Anthony. About bloody time.
All right, so 3 lap, 2 hits, 1 miss. So I think we need to have a strong word to the gentleman that missed on the first attempts.
Yep, we do.
That's how you do it, boys.
That's all right, Anthony. There'll be $20 coming into your iRacing account very shortly.
And Sanford just involved in an incident there. I'm missing everything everywhere. Mr. Schulten, I think, might have been involved in that as well. He was. Got a little bit too excited. Ah, yes, tell Bruce Pato did hit his limiter. I was well aware of Pato driving his limiter.
We're trying to work it out. Was it or not? Was it not? Was he trying to serve a slowdown? We worked out that wasn't the case. We spent about a good 5 minutes trying to work out what went on.
Yes.
You won't be the first person to do that, and you won't be the last.
No. This track is well known for it. Let's have a look at our good friend Pete Morris.
So lap 4.
Lap 4.
So Pete Morris and Daniel Schaefer in behind. Anita Buckland having another good run up in front.
Oh, it's later up a little too.
Braden O'Loughlin already trying to come back from a pit lane penalty that someone gave him for his incident on lap 1 that he apologised for in a nanosecond.
Yep. Morris going to have a look at Anita. Ooh, gets it done. Guys, don't forget your votes in for who wore it best. Marty, or the other bloke.
You're just trying to have a look back. And And she manages
Morris,
to do it.
yeah.
Putting the pressure on.
And Bulldog
Forcing
gets
error.
past to the century. He's moving forward again. Jump on Pete Keller here. Because he said Braden had that drive through, so he's down the order a bit. Sean Slater's up 12 spots. He's driving very, very well.
So Sean, our winner from last round, and Pete Kelleher, a winner from the Road Atlanta round. So definitely a lot of mixing it up in the positions in split 4 this season.
Definitely. Kevin up 11, that's correct. He's doing well as well.
So Kevin, unfortunately, there was a bit of a license point error. He was put down on the sheet as having a pit lane start, even though he only has 5 license points to his name, so he didn't qualify.
I don't know what happened there. That was a weird one.
Yeah, it's a bit of an error. It happens. He copped it on the chin, so this became a recovery drive for him. To see
Oh, Braden,
last-
bang, bang. Bulldog in it again.
So fun fact, 5 cars in that little bingle there all got 4 X's from that.
As it happens. Take a little battle here with Pickering and Vermate. Darren doing really well, sitting in 11th. Big shout out to Caio in the chat as well. Having a good look at what went down. I hope you read the chat GPT blurb. It's having a lot of fun writing our YouTube intros this season. Zippy Zeal has joined us.
Oh my.
It's not
Big
Saturday,
Big-
Zippy.
Big
It's a long day, mate.
How is everyone? Who's winning out of John and Dave?
You've got to bring... Nah, this is what you got to talk about. You talked about this on Saturday night, and all I've heard all week is they talked about me on Saturday night. How awesome.
Yeah, we'll have to give that one up.
Okay, I was having a look.
Everyone's
I'm out
going,
in the middle-
"Hey,
I'm
yes."
out-
Hello,
There you go.
hello. Vermo Pickering.
I'm out in the middle of the book. It's freezing cold. I need to know. I need to know who's winning out of John and Dave.
You know, Dave,
I think
yourself.
you'll be pleasantly surprised,
Yep.
even though Johnny seems to be taking a lot of pleasure from all the incidents that I've been involved in so far.
Yeah, well, it looks like it had more hits than Elvis.
Hello, everyone. Dave Baldock has entered the chat. Big shout out to
And-
Dave Baldock.
And yet I'm still in front of Van Ray.
Yeah, there's got to be a sound effect I can play here.
Hello, David.
Hello, John. Did you see my messages? I went through all of our history, and I am winning the Van Ray battle.
Hang on a second. Let me just give you a proper welcome. So, everyone, Dave Baldock has entered the chat. There we go.
Yay! I'm looking at the racing board, and I can't see Dave's name anywhere, but I can't see John's either.
Yeah, you don't know where I am. Look at this guy, Mike Koroleff. He's having a cracker. Where's our good mate Sando? Where is the gold member?
So Mr. Baxter unfortunately hasn't held on to that P2. He's slowly slipped down the order, currently running in P5 with most of Koroleff coming behind. Well, there's a Baldock, P27 on the standings.
Yep.
Well, we're at P26 now. Jeff Eddy's having a bit of trouble and is dropping rapidly. I can't see where 515 is, so he must be well ahead.
Absolutely. Gone. Oh, a bit of brake lock up by Baldock there.
But still didn't hit anyone.
You did.
How was Sunny
Me, lap
Adelaide,
two.
Mr. Baldock?
Me, lap two.
God, that was satisfying. He crumbled under the pressure.
Yes.
Dave's making a move.
And I can't believe I haven't got one vote.
There he goes on for mate. Leaving room.
Ooh, gets it done.
Well, how's the exit?
So what are you thinking at this stage, Dave?
I don't know. I was thinking, damn it, he got me back.
Oh, here comes the gold member. Oh, that was a little bit too keen.
Yes, and I was watching a very quick just Sanford coming up too.
I like go.
He was coming up to alongside of me to brag about the showdown win that he had.
See, I need to understand here. I need to understand why management tried to raise a comms violation against race control when Car 37 specifically requested for his race calls to be dragged out as long as possible after the last round.
Pete here in a good battle with Ernie Toff. Got a few boys on the move. Yes, Bulldog.
What? Hang on. I'm trying to do 3 things at once here. And
Only 3.
Half cut.
Can you do that, Manny? I didn't think South Australians could do that.
Oh, you are here, Mark Dial.
Yeah, well, that's, I'm a staple. Unlike you.
So one thing
And the winner's circuit too, I believe.
So one thing I definitely do have to say is I want to give a shout out to Pete Kelleher, who's showing how to drift a supercar around the corner, followed by Simon Pitt.
It was a very easy car to drift.
Go on board with Mr. Pitt, putting pressure on Mr. Kelleher after that little off.
A good little battle with these guys.
Yeah.
So, Zippy, what's happening up in the land of Team AJR?
Not much. I'm in a little town called Yark at the moment, camping away.
Where are you? Yak.
While I'm making my cafe latte double soy, I thought I would jump on and see how my bestest driver, Dave Bulldog, is going against the very talented John Van Ray.
Yeah, well, and he punts him up
talented.
and he destroys his car.
You didn't see the lap 2 then, when you said talented Van Ray.
Well, I had to be nice. Otherwise, the cloud will just eliminate me off the chat.
Again, no, eliminate. I'll just park you. Like, old mates and sons chat right now is looking pretty lonely. Like, we could do with some friends. I'll just chuck you down there.
I don't mind Buckland.
What do you mean, old mate? What do you mean, old mates and sons don't have any friends? They've got Darren Friend.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, I'll take it back.
And Dougie Wright. These two lads.
I'm liking the old mates livery this season. They're looking good. A couple different colour variations is always nice.
And while I'm on the chat, I'd like to thank Anita Buckland for those saucy pictures she sent me today. Thank you, Anita.
Don't you mean you'd like to like Gary Buckland for doing... for not coming around and shooting you with a shotgun?
Oh, dearie me. Let's have a little look. Pete Morris is up 15. Bruce Galloway's up 15. Kevin O'Neill is up 22. So I think at this stage of the race, the comment was, is Kevin away and KO driving this car?
That's the fact it's got a 37 on there.
Again, don't forget, Kevin started from the back.
Not by choice.
So that's a genuine 22 spots up, so great move run for him so far. But
unlike Van Ray last week.
Yeah, I think exactly like Van Ray. Let's talk about Tim Lawson up the front. So he's already out to a 5.4 second lead over Brad Grant. So this is going to come back when we get towards the end of the race. Tommy DeWitt in P3, Justin Wood still keeping touch in P4. Mr. Koroleff a little bit further back in P5. Apparently he's tripping over something. Pete Baxter just made a move on Ward Robertson to get back into P6. Tim Lawson already hitting lap traffic.
Yep, getting his way through it. He's already passed me, Bruce, so he's well and truly into lap traffic.
Yeah. At least you're not 3 laps down like Dave Baldock.
It's good to see see Tim Lawson doing so well.
It is doing very well.
He doesn't drive for you, Zippy,
Team-
and he's
Team
not
AJ.
driving
I know
your
that.
team.
That's probably what's helping him. He's got rid of the Mose of the AJR paints. I still
No.
can't see John's name anywhere on that list.
Oh, Pete, where are you going?
No, Pete!
Pete's trying to hide from us.
It goes better when it's pointing the way it's supposed to.
Hey, Darren Vermey into the top 10. Thanks to Mr. Kelleher.
Yeah.
And of course,
Who
Brad
decided to jump into the pits.
Grant and Tommy DeWitt in a bit of a ferocious battle.
So lap 10 or lap 11, sort of getting well into the first stop window. Now, an interesting strategy here last night with the 70-litre tank in such a short race meant that you could almost one stop it. Obviously, you're not allowed to with the 2 CBS rule. So, just wondering how many people were banking on a safety car, because a safety car would almost turn into a one stop and a splash, just like tiny little top ups to meet the rule type strategy.
At this stage, I was banking on a safety car, yeah. I was pleading for a safety car.
Bring that wave around to get back up. After
hoping
last
it
week's
wouldn't be.
effort, odds were fairly high, you would have thought. Here we are in lap 11, so 1/3 race distance, and still green flag running all the way.
Of course, Will Wilson, may we please get an onboard lap with the GOAT? Righto, what are we, lap 11? Give me a couple of laps, Will, and we'll get Mr. Bulldog to talk a lap.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so. Okay, well, I'll talk a lap. Either you can talk your lap, Dave, or I'll talk your lap.
You can talk my lap. You can talk my lap.
Of course, we're speaking of Will Wilson, W2 Racing. It is now official. We have seen the livery floating around. Bruce Galloway and Darren Freer are now W2 Racing under the tutelage of Will Wilson. And I've got to ask the question, Mr. Bulldog, since you're in the chat with us. Have you been approached and why haven't you signed?
Because my sponsors with WKMP, so it's with them. I love my sponsors.
Oh.
Oh, dogs are growling in the background.
That's a bit deep.
Oh, that's very deep. Tommy, let's let him get away a bit there. That's a good answer, Dave. That's something I'd expect from Zippy.
So, Dave, I've got to ask, the Sandman Mobile, what was it like? How did it compare to the Blue 37?
Yeah, it was no good. It was terrible. It just seemed so bogged down. No wonder he's at the back of the field and 15 laps down, even though we're only 12 laps into the race. With that much weight behind the thing.
Yeah, it is hard work, isn't it? Just going to turn the corner. Just
I
a
actually
little.
thought with Kinzel out, you would have put it on pole. Taken all the sand out. Did you just forget? What was the story? I thought you were going to be there and you were talking it up. Would you shut up, dogs?
So Brandon Lachlan continuing his recovery drive. Sean Slater a bit deeper than he would have liked, but I'm guessing that these are the guys that have stopped, and some of the guys up front may not have.
And that noise in the background was Marty asking for his shirt back. Braden! Ooh, that was tight.
Just a love tap as Dave Bullock exits the chat.
I've got to go now. My kettle's about to boil, and I've got to go back on and do part 2 of puppetry of the penis at the Yark Hotel.
Yarko. Yark. Where's...
Yark. It's near Lake Wilden in Victoria.
Yeah, I know where it is. I'll just make sure you didn't say yak, as in yak and dander.
Enjoy your weekend. Don't do anything I want to do, okay?
I can see you fitting in yak and dander.
I can fit in anywhere, John. All right, have a good night, everyone.
Cheers, mate.
Love you.
You too.
Love you too, buddy. Put some pants on. Jesus Christ.
going for a deep in the ditch.
Braden not having enough.
Not having a lot. No, Dougie right. In eighth, up 8 spots, fighting with Darren Freer at the moment. Tommy DeWitt getting a move done.
So I know they're teammates and all, but I spent a couple of days this week over in Perth. First time I've ever been across the ditch, over the land, whatever it is, into the West Australian country that we have. Managed to catch up with 2 of my teammates, Ed Cullen and Mr. John Latham.
Nice.
John even made the effort to come to the airport whilst I was waiting to hop on a plane on the way back.
Nice.
So I think that's an important part of the vet spirit. If you do get around Australia at all and get a chance, definitely reach out and catch up with some of your fellow racers in real life. As Tim Lawson hits the pit, Justin Wood and Ernie Toth all in. So this is,
yep.
it's a little later than I expected. I wasn't really paying attention last night because I was doing other things. Would have thought that what was the critical lap that we worked out, Mark? Ran closer to lap 12, I think.
Yeah, lap 12 was the split lap. The get home lap was lap 10.
Yeah.
And if you went a full tank, you'd go about 11 laps.
Yeah. So the boys are all jumping in. So it'll be interesting to see now what people do here strategy-wise, because you can pretty much fill it to make it home, but you still have that second stop to do.
So, a new race leader.
Tommy DeWitt.
Yeah.
So Tommy's gone the shorter fill by the looks of that. Is that a 23-second stop over a 32-second on Tim Lawson? So definitely different strategies there. So Tommy going for a shorter fill for track position, working for him. Rob Baxter's come back up into 4th with what looks like a short fill as well. Mike Koroleff going for a 28-second fill with Brad Grant going the longest with almost 34 seconds of fuel.
I will go out on a limb and answer a question in the chat for Luke Allman. I will say not as many as this week coming. I'll let you work that one out.
What was the question?
Wonder how many people get pit lane penalties.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jerez, well known for the pit entry. Highly recommend everyone practice the pit entry.
Oh, if what I think is coming, that is without a question.
After watching Pro Series, they had a lot.
Yep.
I've seen it there 3 legs and everything. It's you go in too hot, straight through the grass and back out onto the track.
Even just coordinating to get around that corner into the lane without cutting it.
There will be.
Do you like that? One of my only pole bets in Hooray. Lost the lead by turn 3, so that's pretty standard for me.
This field's starting to spread out a little bit. Phil Whiteman coming out of the lane. Jeff Eddy.
So 15 laps, so getting closer to that half race distance.
Daniel Schaefer working his way back up from that lap 1 incident in the Mercedes complex, having a bit of a look on Jeff here. A little bit deep. And Dave Holly gets through as well.
We saw a lot of that through the night. People going for the overtake, locking up and hitting a car in front. My advice would be make sure you practice your alternate lines. You want to know that where you need to brake to stop the car and get around the corner on the inside line, as opposed to trying to do it in the race for the first time.
Rosie under Dave Leslie behind him.
Oh!
Bang! Jump up on Timmy Lawson, chasing down Tommy DeWitt.
very lucky to have that impact and not pop an engine.
Very lucky.
Well, unlucky for you because you wanted the safety car.
And of course, Baldock's left the chat now that I've got room for do a lap. But anyway, Lawson putting pressure on the wit now.
Well, let's jump in the cockpit of car 515 and put Mr. Mark Dial on the spot. I was going to say, there's no point me turning a lap because I didn't turn a lap.
What are you doing? No, at the back of the field.
Buggy is. Am I out there? There it is. Look at that good looking car.
It is one of the better looking cars.
We do have to fix the livery a little bit. There's some issues with
the
the
track. There's some more there.
All right, let's go. Let's go roll bar. Everyone can critique this. It's not going to be pretty. So I'm into the pits.
He's taking pit lane. He's coming through. He's watching the entry. He's spotting his Jackman.
That worked well.
Because it's your replay, we would actually see the Jackman.
Yeah.
What are you doing stopping on lap 17?
What am I doing stopping on lap 17? Okay, I stopped on lap 2 after my incident. And for whatever reason, I had fast repair turned off. Didn't realise till it was too late. So I filled the tank up, went out, but I still had 15 degrees. I started with 45, but it still had 15 degrees to the left. So by this stage, I thought...
You're taking the hit and fixed your car.
I didn't fix my car properly, no. So went back out and I thought if I get the 17, I could probably still have half decent tyres at the end of the race. So that was the plan with that. So I know what that smell was, Bulldog. I just put it down to your natural scent.
So this is interesting. Last time we were here, we had the alternate layout went straight ahead. So here we're going into, it's not the stadium section. What do they call it? The infield?
No, they call it the Mercedes complex.
Mercedes complex.
Was the first one. And then the second one is the stadium complex. So you come through the Mobile 1 curve, which is the curve up here that we're about to go through.
That's that John Henry on the left.
Yeah, so this is the old mobile curve, which used to be the Agip curve, and then we come down into the Sachs curve. So this is the old stadium complex.
Over the right, bring it back over.
Which was part of the old circuit, into the Suds curve.
Well, double apex.
Yep.
On the start finish straight.
That's right. And then we head down into the Nords curve.
That one's always a bit weird because you can take way more than you think you can. You're a little bit too far and you're out of there.
And then we head down. If we kept going straight, you'd get to the Clark chicane. But no,
I know,
we
that's
turn
really
in.
annoying that they didn't bloody do what they did with Monza and scan and recreate a virtual circuit for their old layout. We know it wouldn't be super accurate, but you know.
Yeah, it still would be fun.
Yep.
Well, where am I? I'm down the back here somewhere. Alright, I'm going to do it. Only because Baldock's not here to do it. But into the hairpin, get it down. I was using second just to pull it up. Nicely. Clip the curb on the inside a little bit. Third, fourth. And then just raise it across, back on the gas. Pull it up, bring it back down to second. And definitely on the noise again. This is my famous curve where I spun earlier, so just exit over a little bit. And definitely running down into fourth again, roll it through, roll the trail brake into the curve, going down a couple of gears because I effed it up. Get going
No,
again.
I'd say that's the right line, using all the track width on the left.
Yeah. Nicely roll it through. And back on the noise again. Fresh tyres, so I could actually steer the car at this stage. Definitely going through there. Back in here, you want to try and get on the noise early here if you can. Nicely done.
Get hit by 37, I'm sure it was his fault.
Oh, absolutely. 37's nowhere at the moment.
Yeah.
Back into third. Clip the curb on the inside. Full width on the outside. Full noise. Fourth. Big tap into fifth. And then back on the noise again. Ease it in. Trying to look after the tyres a little bit here. Rotate it through nicely. Get it going. Probably should have been a bit smoother on the exit there, but it wasn't. Ain't no KO. And back full noise on the parabolica. Into sixth. Foot flat. Look for my braking point. Remember looking after the tyres. Lift a fraction earlier. Bring it back. Click it into second. Try and find my apex. Get it round. Nicely done. Out that. There you go. There's a lap.
Nicely done, John.
Well, I had a car under me at this stage. Not like I did nothing before.
Yeah.
Jump back up. Mr. Baxter under a bit of pressure for Mr. Grant. Let's play a bit of catch up in the chat. No, I thought it had changed to 1 CPS with the reduced the laps. So for those playing along at home, the only time I have ever gone to 1 CPS for a 150k race is when we have been time limited by iRacing maintenance.
Yep.
Generally, I try and maintain the 2 CPS. Did not read the sup regs. Well, that's first mistake by everybody. Highly recommend, Tim, you go and read this week's sup regs.
Yep.
There is.
The next time I get a regs question, you won't get an answer, you will get a comms violation.
Oh, Baxter making a move on some traffic. Dave Baldock owes us a lap for those playing along at home.
Yeah.
Oh, you can give us one next week in the way.
Yeah. There's our good mate Mike Koroleff. This is the man sitting second in the championship. We're going to ride along with him for a little bit here. He's in an epic battle here with Grant Baxter in front of him.
I had some good battles with Mr. Koroleff last time we were here, actually.
Maybe a Queenslander, but he can drive.
Yeah, he was placing his car exactly where I didn't want him to, and I got frustrated and went off, so props to him. Some would say I may have tripped over something.
Of course, great little pick there of Mike wearing the the blade for bale and beanie.
Yep.
There's a lot of bees in that.
Yep.
Now, this boy's having an epic battle in front of him.
Tommy DeWitt out to 1.5 seconds over Justin Wood, Tim Wilson a bit further back. And this is the battle.
Hey, kiddies. For those playing along at home, plenty of talk about the word pass of the century.
So Brad Grant set up the inside, Koroleff through the middle in pure Moses fashion.
How is that? That is Moses at his best.
At least one Bully Mustang can pass something.
That is Moses with a 2-for-1.
Yeah. Going from P6 to P4.
And that, my friend, is why he's sitting second in the championship. There's a few other shuffles. Schaefer goes a little wide there. Of course, it was nice to get someone drop in last night and compliment me on my blue flags. I was very chuffed.
Who the fuck was that? Wasn't me.
I wasn't. Of course, it wasn't you.
No, I had no complaints with blue flags, so some people must be doing it right.
Brad Grant is in the lane.
So the trick with blue flags is making sure you're predictable.
Mm.
That's where a couple of incidents, one particularly at last round, no, the round before, when a certain driver tried to get out of the way and ended up getting hit up the arse while he was doing it. So,
one of the best things I ever did was the left-right button.
yep.
Makes it easy for him to be predictable as well.
The easiest way is stay on line, have a slight lift, and let the faster car go off line and go around.
A great little battle, this group here. Slat sitting in 16th, up 35. Kevin O'Neill in front of him, up 25 spots.
Yep.
Oh, Slats, no! It just rubs the wall. Doesn't write the car off.
Nope.
How do I get the safety car? Can't even buy one.
Nope. You probably could. You just have to drive in a Renault. It's Singapore.
True. And then come back as the principal at Alpine. Love it.
Yeah, exactly.
Love it. I did nothing wrong.
It's just called unorthodox strategy, John. That's all it is.
So Justin Wood now putting pressure on Tommy DeWitt.
Just for the lead.
Haven't given Tommy much kudos here, but he's done very well.
Hey, John, I think Dave and you and Dave need to try this car on for size.
Well, you've got to be privileged to have the War Boys green.
You're both fucked, aren't you?
Yeah.
It's close, Justin. Definitely applying the blowtorch with the wit. The exit, nothing in that exit. This battle's going to go all the way to the next corner at least.
It is.
Justin backs off a little
Just
bit of a tighter line. Comes in a bit deeper.
Jump on this battle as well. Sorry. Hey, Walden. And then we've got Dougie Wright just in front. Robbie Baxter. He's out after his second stop.
I was going to say, why is Rob Baxter back there?
He's done his second stop, yep. So we've still got a few boys haven't made their second stop.
Here we go. It's going to be 3 wide situation by the look. Oh, no, not quite. Big move under brakes.
Oh,
Jeff's having a look as well. Bit of a touch.
Dougie has an intervention with the wall as well and still keeps going. Peter Buckland saying Baldock in the top 20. Baxter doing all right there. He's recovered.
So that particular incident was a no further action because the car that got penalised the most was the car that was not the instigator, but the made the movement under brakes. So it was a play on for that one.
So Walden still
9 to go.
Walden still has to have his stop. So he's sitting in 11th spot.
Change for the lead. Tommy DeWitt is taken over from Tommy DeWitt. Is taken over from Justin Wood.
Nah, they're just fighting side by side.
They're still going.
They're still going.
Have another move at the inside. Backs out of it.
Tommy was acknowledging that Woods was quicker, so the Infinity Sim Racing driver having a real crack here.
Meanwhile, it looks like is that a lap car playing? as well. Darren Friend probably, or Anita.
It'll be Anita.
It's Anita.
Yeah. And Patterson as well.
Yep. Hutto definitely having a bit of bad luck with that Luna incident earlier on.
Of course, didn't get his computer back till yesterday.
Yeah.
They didn't get much practice in this week either.
Here we go across the line. These boys are going to go at it again.
We're going to go back to Walden. He's in the thick of it with Sanford. So there's a few battles around. Walden up 19 spots. And goes Agricultural, keeps it off the wall.
There's the rallycross layout.
Brings the sand on the track. Gotta love it.
No, but Sanford's in front of him. Not behind.
Not the amount of sand on track. Disappointing. Simon Blackstone Racing. Tommy DeWitt, Justin Wood back to that battle.
Well, you Simon wasn't racing last night because Mike joined us in the chat.
Yeah.
Simon did have some stuff going on that he didn't know if he'd get home in time for, so obviously he didn't.
It was good to have Mike in the chat.
Of course, I have the pleasure of...
So 25 to go. So let's just check the pit stops here, John.
Yep.
Has everyone done their pit stops, or is there a race leader?
Actually, I haven't hit the old pit strategy button for a long time. Let's hit it and have a look. Oh, the old Chook Raffle, because I never use it. But yeah, you can see there's a few that still have to do their second stop. DeWitt hasn't made his second stop, nor has Wood. Lawson, Robinson, Koroleff, I think, hasn't.
As Tommy DeWitt hits the lane.
Hang on, I'll make this a bit better. There we go. Off. Now we can see it. So you can see Koroleff's made his stop. Grant, Toff needs to stop. Kelleher, Baxter all have. Free out Baldock hasn't. So still a few boys there to make their stops. As Justin Wood stays out. So DeWitt trying a little bit of an undercut from the lead. You can see how this goes, bearing in mind, of course, Wood stopped for 25 seconds the first time, so they both stopped about the same. But DeWitt had acknowledged that Woods was quicker.
Simon didn't have a long stop over this man in the race.
Minute 13, I'd say there's a fair chance there was a 40-second stop and hold in there. Due to speeding into the lane, a few boys did have issues coming in. Of course, you need to get that entry 100%.
Yep.
And because of the length from entry to the green cones, yellow cones, catches quite a few people out in terms of getting there. And then you're accelerating all the way and then braking at the last second.
It's hard to make a gain in the pits in that, but it's very easy to lose time.
Baldock is on his way out of the lane after a 14.5 second stop.
So is Justin Wood going to go in? Yes, he is.
Yeah, it needs to react. Tim Lawson still has to stop. So does Vaughan Robinson. A few others who need to stop. Simon Pitt, Pete Morris. And I just realised I've been really bad to everybody tonight. I haven't had the ticker running.
So Tim now takes over the lead again. So we've let it start bleeding towards the end. 6 laps to go.
The clock is ticking. Robinson in the lane. A few battles still around. Ernie Toth battling away with Pete Kelleher and Brad Grant. Pretty impressive, Ernie, the rookie. Consistently been running up at the top 10. I know where it is, Pete. It's on the cheat sheet, don't stress. So Ernie doing very well. Tucked in behind Grant here. Just for those in the chat, I'm building up to it. And you see over the curb, nice lines. Much better than that Muppet we saw before. On the brakes, pulls it up. Tucks in behind. Can he get a run on here? About to see. And coming down the chicane, looking to the inside of Grant. Not going to quite get it done. There's another crack. Oh, a little bit of a kiss.
Love tap.
A big love tap there from Pete Kelleher. See what I was saying? And I'm slow on this. What's the old saying? It is... Timmy Lawson into the lane now, so this should see Justin Wood probably take control of the race. There's Kevin O'Neill. If you are out there, like and subscribe. If you have subscribed, at least like. I know 36 watching, 9 likes. I can understand why they didn't like, because we had Baldock in here before. But hey, you got to like having Bruce in here. As we move on to lap 29, we are getting into the closing stages of this race. There are some epic battles up and down still. Pete Morris having a cracking one. He's up 21 spots in the 16th. Timmy Lawson's even sharing the love. It's party town here. It's not love town. It's party town. As Pete doing very well. Bit of a spinner in the background. Not sure who that was.
So it might have been Vaughan Roberts.
It could have been Vaughan. Yeah, may have been. As Pete's in the pits. That's why you have so many spots. Craig Rose. He's doing well. In 23rd. As we move along, let's have a look. Speaking of Mr. O'Neill, where is he? He's up 21 positions. He's done his 2 stops. Tucked in behind Vaughan Robinson. Rosie behind him there as well. Plenty happening still. A little bit deep by Rosie. Ooh, a bit of pressure there on Dougie Wright. Gonna jump up, Brad Grant. Under pressure from Kelleher.
Big Kelleher definitely knows how to get your attention when he's in the mirror. Here's a look.
That's the old Synergy Sim Racing style. He's got to get the job done. Oh no, they're touched! I'm straightened up though.
No call on that one.
Yeah, I think Tim's just found the party button. No call on that one. Interesting.
Nope.
They straighten themselves out though. As we move on to lap 30. That is the end of the cheat sheet. Of course, it was nice this stage of the race. Look at that WKMP car there, right up behind Grant, having a crack of a race with Bruce Galloway behind. Yeah, this is one of those tough times where the old blue flags are flickering, but you're in the thick of the battle. They're very calculating. Working very hard at the moment too, not to be that bloke to capitalise on blue flags to pass people and everything else. So some big battles around. Dougie Wright, Craig Rose still having a cracking battle back here as well. I'd say he is well, and he's been quick all season. 6 rounds in, of course. But at the moment, Justin Wood is leading the show. He is nearly 10 seconds ahead of Tommy DeWitt. Tommy DeWitt 5 seconds ahead of Timmy Lawson. Mike Koroleff, Moses himself, is up 8 spots into 4th. Proving that consistency is the key. Of course, with KO away for 2 rounds, KO cannot afford a mistake. License points, etc., etc. He's got to be careful in these final rounds. And of course, I've got a feeling Michael will be good in the wet as well.
The what? No, you mean next week?
Everyone knows that the rain in Spain is on the plane.
I have to show the V8 supercars how it's done.
But the plane leaving Spain manages to avoid the rain.
Or not. Anyway, Justin Wood doing very, very well. Has showed a lot of promise. Has a lot of gear failure, but definitely doing well here with on the penultimate lap. Okay, great to see Justin. Absolutely doing very, very well. Good to see Pete Callahan through the sup rigs. Love it. Practice is wet. Kevin O'Neill's got the hint. KO, of course, he won't be with us. He's still tightening the bolts on Christ the Redeemer. Good enough excuse not to race. ChatGPT comes up some wonderful things.
I'm sure the Spanish would say, "Como es que siempre lleve en España?"
El España. Now,
in other words, what do you mean it always rains in Spain?
After spending a week in Madrid, they'd say it about twice as fast as that, Bruce.
Yeah. So my wife's parents are both Spanish, so I know enough to know what's being said about me.
Oh, I was blown away. Like, got on the subway into the city where I was staying, and just they all speak so fast. It's just like you just struggle to even pick up clues.
So all you need now, if you're in Spain, this is Spain, not South American Spanish because they're different. All you need
Almost
is
that's Portuguese.
You just need dos cervezas, por favor. That's all you need.
Yep.
2 beers, please.
2 beers, please. Yep.
Yeah. Gunther, it's ein Bier bitte, por favor. Ein Bier bitte.
Of course, Gunther missing for our first trip, Justin.
Speaking of missing, this is Justin Wood on the last lap in the lead. Watch that one live as he had a massive tank slap up.
Could have thrown it all away. 11 seconds is now down to 10 seconds. Tim Lawson with a little bit of an off as well.
Definitely needs new underpants though after that one.
But of course, it is this bloke here crossing the line, Justin Wood, for his first victory of the season. In the books. Tommy DeWitt is going to come home in P2. That is a great drive from him. Timmy Lawson, we saw him having a little bit of an off-ski. He's going to hold off the hard-charging Mike Koroleff. In P4, Pete Kelleher will bring it home in P5. Brad Grant will roll it home in P6. Great drive from Brad.
Who's just joined us in chat. I'm going to ask Justin Wood, how were your underpants after that last lap?
I nearly bend it.
Nearly. Very close.
Congrats on your win, Justin.
No, thank you guys. Thank you, RaceKraft.
You're welcome. You know, bribes are always accepted. I keep saying that. No one keeps trying to give me money. No one's trying to give me money yet, so I don't know what I was
going to say. Your account must be doing well.
Dearie me, that is funny. And Ernie Toth in 7th.
I can't even bribe McKnight into building a decent setup. So
Rob Baxter was 8th. Jeff Sanford was 9th. Daniel Schaefer rounds out the top 10. Darren Vermey up 7 spots in 11th. That is a great drive from Darren. Good to see. Dave Leslie up 8 into 12th. Braden O'Loughlin finished 13th. Sean Slater up 15 into 14th. Darren Freer into 15th. David Walden was 14th, but he finished in front of Dave Baldock, which was good in 17th. Vaughan Robinson was 18th. Darren Friend will come home in 19th. And rounding out the top 20, up 20 spots, is
from a race control enforced rear of grid that he didn't have to actually do.
And didn't find out until after quali that he didn't have to be in there. So hats off to this bloke. This bloke has shown 2 fingers. I still think it's KO driving, but anyway, he has done well to finish in 20th. So that rounds out our top 20. Back to Mr. Woods, though. Congratulations, Justin. You must be wrapped with that.
Cheers, John. It was good. First race win there.
Is he first in the league or just?
Yeah, first in the league, yeah.
Yeah, awesome, mate. One more than Baldock. Hats off to you.
Probably first in the V8 too, so.
Even better.
Bit of fun.
Yeah. Because you've shown a lot of pace all season, but you've had a lot of bad luck with gear and stuff as well, so.
Yeah, I've swapped between PCs and here and there and redoing updates and firmware and keeping up with it, and then, home life and whatever, like everyone. But no, it seems to be a little bit more under control now, a bit sorted out.
Yeah, no, that's good.
If I could, I'd give a quick shout out.
Yep.
A couple of sponsors.
No,
that's all right. I got to inbox the funds first.
Go for it.
Go for it, Justin.
Cheers, guys. Infinity Broadcasting, Black Art Design with Hamish there is our crew chief. WD-40, Motorsport, Parts Australia, iRacing World Challenge, VRS, and the series sponsors that keep us guys racing, all the brands we run on our rigs every week. And cheers everyone for another good race, and like to see what we all come up with in the wet next track.
Yes, it will be interesting. We will get to talk about that one in a minute.
Sorry to spoil.
No, you haven't spoiled it. Sup rigs are out. Sup rigs are out nice and early, so that's usually a subtle key, I think, to everybody that something's coming. unless it's something big is happening, it's got to come out early. I'm not going to leave it till Monday night to say, here you go, cop this, because I can imagine the backlash that I'm going to get if I did that.
You're missing out, Caio. I did say you're not going to be in here next week, so.
Yeah, we didn't want to, because of course we're going to the Bend, Mazzano, and we didn't, and then of course in the final round at Oki, and what we didn't want to do, was make the final round a wet race, because it probably didn't seem fair to fight it out for the wet race where there was a non-drop round. And then I kind of thought it probably isn't really fair as well to go to 2 new tracks and then throw water in the mix as well. So that was the thinking process.
Oh, it's a good call.
Yeah. So I did promise a wet race or 2 this season. We're only going to do the 1, only because we had 3 new tracks in the mix as well. But definitely going to be very interesting, because it is just going to be light rain for the whole race. So get in
What did
there.
you say, John? Wet season next season is what I heard?
Yeah, it's going to be wet. It's going into spring. It rains.
Yeah.
Anyway, the man in P2 was Tommy DeWitt, of course, the effervescent Dutchman from WKMP. Someone's been relegated to the old bastard. And, of course, he'd like to thank Wodonga Carts and Parts, Croc Promotions, Carts Australia, Stone Street Plumbing, Super Cheap Auto, Rebel Sport, BCF, MacPack, Pool Guys Adelaide, LCG Images, some bloke called Dave37 Racing. I don't know why he's thanking him. Warboys Motorsports, Send It, Don't Bend It, Ampere, M1 Cars, and Pecky's Performance and Dyno Tune. And in third, of course, we had Tim Lawson. And I know Tim would like to thank the team over at Team VGA, Veterans Gaming Australia. Those guys do a magnificent job, and hats off to those that have served for our country. That is the ultimate thing you can do, and we absolutely love the fact that these guys are in racing with us, and B, these guys have done such a magnificent thing, and you should be proud of yourselves, because our country's proud of you. And of course, that brings us on to next week, Bruce. Of course, drive of the day. Who are we going to go there, guys? Any thoughts?
Yeah, so I'm biased, but because I want to try and undo some of the damage I did. But my call's Kevin O'Neill.
It's not that bloke. I better get rid of that. Kevin O'Neill?
Yeah.
I tell you what, he's actually snuck in the 19th, not 20th. And he's sitting next to Baldock. So, yeah, let's type that in. I'm going with that. What do you think, Bruce? Bruce, what do you think of that one,
Yep.
Mark?
Yep, that's good.
I think so too. I think
he did well. Yeah.
also I can spell his name right in a hurry.
Come from the back of the field on this track.
Yeah, I think that is a great drive. And to be shafted by race control. Been there, done that.
Yeah.
Bonus.
Yep. So
You will be there again, John.
I know.
It's not over.
I know. I'm missing 2 rounds, so I've only really got 2 races left.
Hang on. As soon as he got shafted with race control, I got shafted in round 1. Where's my chubby?
Kevin's got it, and I've still spelled it wrong. I'm doing really good tonight.
Neil.
Sorry, that's the German spelling.
Yeah. With me.
There we go, Kevin. Congratulations, mate. Well deserved. I think you got robbed the other week when Baldock got it. Just quietly, just saying. Yeah, well done, mate. That is awesome stuff. You have improved a hell of a lot going into this season, and you have done really well, mate. So keep up the good work. Keep chasing KO's tail, and mate, you will go a long way. And that is that one done. And of course, we are talking about next week. Next week, we are heading to the one and only Jerez. Here's a few images from Jerez earlier this year. So it might give you a bit of an idea that it might be wet there. Just saying. Of course.
No. That's not wet. That's just a little
been
touch damp.
Just a little damp, yep.
Yeah.
Of course, they had a major storm Dana there earlier this year that caused a lot of damage. Miraculously, they got themselves back up and running very quickly. So any thoughts, boys? So the official forecast, if you've read the supregs, is light rain. Server has been set for light rain. I think I've only had one person complain to me so far. I'm not going to name names or say anything.
Big question I have is, what's the forecast for the over 40s?
Forecast for the over 40s is light rain. Yeah, so the over 40s.
Hang on, they get to practice in?
It's not practicing, they're racing in.
May as well call it practice. And that's something that's going to put Leicester on a. Yeah. I'm in trouble again this week.
So for those who are in the over 40s, if you haven't joined the over 40s, it's not too late to join the over 40s. Send the message in the chat in Discord.
Yes, Brad Doble, get your ass in there.
Yeah, the more we get in there, the more fun it will be. This week it will be in the over 40s. Open qualifying, all in for 10 minutes. That will make it very interesting, particularly being in the rain. Looking forward to seeing that one. And, of course, we have dropped the warm-up. So it is race and go. And we're going to do the full race distance as well, just to make it even more entertaining. So make sure you get yourself into that if you're interested. What night is over 40s? Monday night, Will? Over 40s? Of course,
over 40s under 50.
Yeah, 40 to 49. And on that note...
Or race control.
Or race control. Race control, and the other ones that can race, of course, is our broadcasters. So, Scott Rankin, if you do hear this, you missed round one and gave a heads up to the one and only Jake Burton. But I do know that Jake is going to be missing a round, I think. So, it'll be interesting to see, mate. You might be able to get yourself back on the table for the Volunteer Cup, which is being... The artwork is being done as we speak by LGC Images. So definitely a bit happening there. Let's just pause them that one nicely. Now, on that note, I think it's probably time to wrap this one up. And would like to give a huge thanks to Bruce McLeod, Mark Dial, for being in the chat. Dave Baldock before Marty scared him off. And nice work, Marty. Love it.
And Marty was the winner for the T-shirt contest.
He was he? Yeah, I thought he would be.
Yep.
Of course, we'll go back. We'll bring him up. We might as well finish with that one. Track, where are we? There he is, the man, the myth, the legend, Marty. Look at that. Great looking shirt. Of course, if you do want to get yourself a Chook Raffle shirt, I do believe they are still available. And that just get onto Discord channel, go into our merch channel, where the team over at LCG Images will be able to hook you up with a Chook Raffle shirt. They also have the licensing of the Vets logo, so they do have a range of shirts and stuff already available. If you want something different, have a chat to Reg. I know Reg is doing some team apparel for a couple of teams already as well. So if you want something unique for your team, have a chat to Reg. I'm sure they could help you out over there. And I do know there might be a WKMP shirt coming my way shortly, which I'm looking forward to. Anyway, on that note, we'll wrap this one up. And on a depressing note, we will see you next week in the rain at Jerez. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Everyone in the chat. I think we were up to about 45 there at one stage tonight. Great to have you all in there. Great to have you all involved. And big thank you, of course, to Race Control as well. I know I gave him a serve this week. But a big thank you to Race Control. Big thank you to Race Control. Without Race Control, this league does not happen at all. And, yeah, those guys do a tremendous job. It's not an easy job. And, yeah, you got to remember we run 4 splits. You're looking at a minimum of 3 blokes each split. And then you're looking at also the fact that, we need to have some DSOs as well, which are unique people with a lot of experience with what we do. So it makes it rather difficult if we don't respect and don't look after these guys. Even if you got a disagreement or you think they're against you, you've still got to treat them with respect. Otherwise this league just doesn't work. If we can't provide race control, this league won't happen. Simple as that. Yeah. Anyway, I'll just Debbie Downer. On that note, I'm going to wrap it up, and we will see everybody again next week. Thanks for watching, everybody.
See ya.
Yeah.
Using the RaceKraft PT1 custom-built full chassis racing simulator. The design project, codenamed The Cage, an 80/40 extrusion chassis sitting on top of a Sigma Integrale DK2 Plus 4-point full motion actuator system. No compromises in the cockpit of the PT1 simulator. To maximize the experience, we start with the 49-inch ultra-wide monitor for the greatest field of view in a small footprint of the simulator, down to the SimuCube wheelbase that's tucked up and behind the monitors with SimCore extensions to get things out of the driving area. Everything is connected to a Cube Controls GTX steering wheel with the built-in dash and all the extra button functions available at your fingertips. Driving through the Raceworks S1 pedals, the potentiometer throttle and the 2 hydraulic pedals for brake and clutch ensures you maximize the feel underfoot, and seating yourself into an OMP HTER bucket racing seat with OMP belts connected to a G-belt tensioner to provide that extra feeling and the heightened experience while you're driving. Additional interfaces and accessories in the PT1, we have twin butt kickers, one on either side of the OMP seat, as well as a Jinx sequential shifter, the SimPush Race Logic timer to the left-hand side, a RaceKraft built-in WinSim kit with Philips Hue lighting and a built-in soundbar, plus the OMP side net to finish off the experience in the PT1. The RaceKraft PT1, build number 1, the ultimate in sim racing experience, combining the best products in the market with the passionate, no compromise approach that goes beyond racing simulation. Yeah, we work together.